So let's talk about a little bit about attachment then. First and foremost, can we explain what attachment is to people so that we get a good grounding before we start talking about it?
Yeah, that's an excellent place to start. What is attachment? And I think lots of people will start. I see that it's being talked about more and more, and this actually makes me really happy. So, attachment is really an emotional bond that we have to another human. And when we come into the world, brand new as little babies, the way in which we interact with our caregiver, whether that's a father, a mother, an aunt, a grandmother, the primary caregiver, the way in which we interact with that person actually forms patterns in our brain. It's almost like a set of rules for how we eventually, well into our adulthood, how we give and receive love from others. And so the initial connection that we have, whether our caregiver is, for example, very attuned to us, right? So if a baby cries and they're held and they're coddled and they learn different emotions and expressions from their caregiver's face, and they're, for the most part, taken care of emotionally, it's not just about feeding a baby. It's about giving them safety and holding them and attuning to them emotionally. Generally, when folks experience that type of upbringing, they form what's called a secure attachment. So that individual is generally, I would say, someone who is feels very safe in terms of how much they understand themselves and how they feel safe around other people. There's a sense of trust that's, essentially developed early on. And that's really, really important because this particular individual learns to see the world and love as a form of connection. Now, if we move to the other folks, and it's really hard to sort of determine specific numbers. Some studies have suggested that it's about 50% of the population that grew up in this secure attachment way, and the other 50% it falls into what we call the insecure attachment styles. And this is a continuum.